Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's 1 Million by 1 Million Strategy Roundtable for Entrepreneurs. 1M by 1M, as you know, is the first and only global virtual accelerator for technology startups. Our mission is to help 1 million entrepreneurs reach $1 million and beyond in annual revenue. In support of that mission, we do these free mentoring roundtables week after week, month after month, year after year. We started doing roundtables back in 2008. So it's been a very long time and a very large number of roundtables, free mentoring roundtables have already happened. This is the 668th session. All recordings are available on YouTube, by the way. Before we get started with your pitches, let me just set a bit of expectations. This is a safe working session. You don't need to be defensive. You don't need to be scared or nervous or anything. I'm on your side. We are all on your side. This is a, constructive brainstorming session to see how to remove your roadblocks. If you disagree with my feedback, that's fine. It's your venture. You do what you want. Listen to the feedback. Take what you want to take from it and to make your own judgment call. We're going to start with Bashir. Bashir, if you could please unmute your line and tell us what you're working on, that will get us started.
Okay. So is this the pitch, or am I just talking about what I'm working on?
This is your pitch. This is your pitch.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Maryana, and thank you, Samara. So, like you mentioned, I am Bashir, and I am a research fellow at the University of Nottingham. Over the last couple of years, my research has focused on reducing the cost of biodegradable plastics. If biodegradable plastics are affordable, we believe they can be pivotal in tackling the present problems we have around plastic pollution.
Yeah.
We believe the solution to plastic pollution is the use of biodegradable plastic products. So can I get the next slides, please? Yes. So we believe biodegradable and compostable plastic products can be the solution or one of the solutions to current plastic pollution. And we know there's a desire for these sustainable alternatives because we've asked about 99 people online and about 93% of them have said, yes, we like this biodegradable plastic products. But unfortunately, they are significantly more expensive. That's why at Memo Bio, we are innovating to produce a particular type of bioplastic called polyhydroxyalkanoate that is biodegradable and and compostable. The problem, like I said, is expensive. So in our innovation, we're trying to make it significantly cheaper. One way we're doing that is by not using sugar as a feedstock for producing this polymer. Instead, we are using waste methane gas from landfill and waste methane gas from anaerobic digesters. Not only do these feedstocks reduce the cost of making biodegradable plastic, but you're potentially removing greenhouse gases that would have otherwise been emitted into the atmosphere and adding value to them. And we know there will likely be limited problems with availability because we have landfills and anaerobic digesters all around the world.
So Bashir, when you say you are trying to come up with a new material, does that mean that you have already found that new material, or is this in an R&D process? What is the current status of your effort?
So no, we are not. We're not trying to come up with a new material. We're trying to innovate around this material that has been known for 100 years, called polyhydroxyalkanoate.
Yes, but you are changing the chemistry of that material. So something is changing here.
Not necessarily. So what we are changing now is how to make it. So instead of using expensive sugar stocks to make it, we are using waste methane gas to make this product.
Understood.
Yes. So but this is the crux of our technology. We a few years ago successfully isolated a strain of bacteria that can grow on the greenhouse gas methane and accumulate this bioplastic called PHA. We went further to genetically modify it to produce 3 times the amount of PHA you would naturally find in a normal strain.
Okay.
We went further to file a patent to protect our invention because this is really important. So this is just to give you a scale of what bioplastics are. So currently they represent, about 1% of the total plastic market, but they're growing rapidly. By 2029, we expect them to be about $45 billion in terms of market. And the current biodegradable plastics are about 9 times more expensive than petroleum plastic. And we at Memo Bio, what we want to do is we want to reduce the price to about $3 per kilogram of this plastic.
So that's really my question, is that when you say you want to reduce the cost to $3 per kilogram, what's standing on the way? Is there still research that needs to happen, or how do you get down to that kind of price point?
So we by changing the process. So our process uses waste methane gas to produce this compound, and then we use bacteria that produce high yield of this compound. So we combine.
So have you already created biodegradable plastic using your process?
Yes, we do it all the time, every day.
Okay, so what is the state of the company? Where are you with the company?
So now we're about to spin out from the University of Nottingham. Yes, and to do that, I got a £35,000 grant to travel all around the world and do some market survey research on it. I spoke to about 93 people and asked them, to find out if our product had like a customer fit. And about more than 60% said, yes, we like your product. We want to adopt it, or let's have an agreement and things like that.
Talk to 93 people from what kind of background? Well, what is your target customer? What target market? What market are you going after? And did you talk to 93 people from that market?
Yes. So I spoke to people from the plastic industry. I spoke to people from the biodegradable plastic industry. I spoke to people that just work across the value chain of plastic making. So people that make equipment. I spoke to investors. I spoke to policymakers and all the likes.
Yes, but who is your target customer?
So our target customers are people that make biodegradable plastic products, like shown in the previous slide, which is like people that make biodegradable plastic
But
shoes.
that's too broad. Can you narrow down to a market penetration point? Where do you penetrate the market? Have you done any analysis on what are the dynamics of the biodegradable plastic market, and what is a potential entry point? What kind of product? Who are the manufacturers of those products? Where can you enter the market the most effectively?
So we have different models. So I am a synthetic biologist. So one of the ways we can generate revenue is by licensing strains we currently have, but we want to go all the way to manufacture the product. So what we manufacture will be biodegradable plastic pellets, and we give it to people that make biodegradable products like shoes and things like that. So we want to enter the market uh, on a small scale as strain licensors, and then on a large scale as producers of biodegradable plastic pellets.
So if you were to do a licensing deal with a company, what company would that be? What would be the ideal company for you to go do this deal with, licensing deal with?
So I have spoken to some companies. I don't know if I can mention them now,
Okay.
but they are producers of biodegradable plastic products.
And they're interested in licensing this technology?
Yes, so they have requested we scale. We have to demonstrate our technology uh, at at a certain scale, and then we can come back to them. And that's why we are applying for some funding from the UK Research Institute to enable us scale slightly, so we can start immediate strain licensing. We can optimize our process, secure further investment as well, and
And
then
what kind of do you have a sense of what would a licensing deal look like, and what kind of money,
yes.
what are the terms of that deal? Do you have any sense?
So we're looking at uh, profit share kind of licensing. Like if strains save them this amount of money, we would calculate that from the start and agree on that. I think we are looking at that more than an outright license where we just give them the strain and say we don't care.
And they have agreed to that? This.
No, we haven't had that agreement in principle. We have we have spoken about testing the strains, but that requires a lot of paperwork, a lot of commitment, and I think the university, I'm not sure they have the resources to follow that. That's why we want to spin out as a company and pursue that more better.
Um, so first and foremost, within the structure of 1 million by 1 million, this is not a fit, because we only do high tech and information technology and information technology enabled services. So our funding structure is not going to be a fit for what you are doing.
Yes,
But I'll give you a bit of general input.
yes,
Um,
I appreciate that.
you are going to have to convince one of these biodegradable plastic makers to finance the trial.
Yes,
If you are offering something of so valuable where the price point drops so much, then that should be, if you go to the large biodegradable plastic makers, that should be of great interest to them. So they should fund the trial.
yes,
When you negotiate with them, you should go ahead and negotiate a funding for the trial as well. And that, so basically you negotiate a funding for the trial, and
yes,
you upfront negotiate the commercials of what would be the licensing agreement if the trial is successful. So you
yes,
charge them for the trial, and you charge them for, you kind of agree on what happens if the trial is successful, what kind of a deal are you going to have. That's how I would navigate this business.
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's my input.
Thank you very much, and I really appreciate that. And I think I have
Sure.
a last slide where I just talk about, where we want to be. Um, yes, so the one before, um, so we want to just carry on with strain licensing and development, develop our process, and then scale up in the next.
Yeah, but that's all going to come later. You're going to have to first get out of the gate and establish that your technology works.
Yeah,
For that, you're going to have to create a licensing agreement with somebody in the business.
yeah,
And to get that licensing agreement, you're going to have to prove that your technology works and on a certain scale, and
yeah,
that effort needs to be financed. So the only way I see how to do that, it would have to be with a potential licensee.
yes.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very
Very
much.
good, Bashir.
Thank you.
Very interesting. What you're doing is very interesting.
Thank you.
Maryana, you are next. Please unmute your line and tell us what you're working on. Maryana? What's happening? Something wrong. Maryana is in the room. She is a panelist, but I don't hear her audio. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next person, and Maryana, why don't you fix your technical problem and we will come back to you, okay? Sandy Gomez, you're next.
Hello,
Please
everyone.
unmute your line.
Yes,
Yes,
can you hear me
hi.
well? Great, amazing. Well, good morning from Caracas. This is the story of how I failed at launching a rock band during college, but I found a great team with which whom I am achieving rockstar success with my company. Please, next slide. Arca Analisis Economico is a consulting firm. It's not that sexy, but I just give me a few minutes to explain what we have been achieving in the last 2 years. Although the company is based in research, we have been working with our clients to implement certain solutions, including the service I'm going to pitch today, and help them unlock progress with their vendors. Next slide, please. We are working mainly with overwhelmed CEOs and serial entrepreneurs of early stage businesses. Most of them are based in early stage ecosystems, and they have like less than 2 years of time running their businesses, but most of them are second time founders, and they struggle to identify and leverage key value drivers for profitable growth to achieve profitability faster. So we help them translate value drivers into clear and actionable roadmap for effective and profitable growth. Next slide, please. As we have been in the business for a long time now, and I am a former KPMG consultant, we acquire our clients mainly through networking, referrals, and client recommendation. I am also a remarkable speaker in certain events of the entrepreneurial tech-based ecosystem here in my country. And we launched successfully the Founder Institute local chapter. The Founder Institute is one of the biggest accelerator networks in the United States, and that has led us to be recognized as subject matter experts in all things related to entrepreneurial activity. When we talk about customer validation, in Venezuela, we have a very good experience working with a leading bank with a portfolio of four tech-based corporate ventures with a 14-month contract. And now we are working with a emerging adaptogens brand with an e-commerce website in Spain and an online telemedicine service with global reach in a 6-month contract. Can we check the next, please? Both clients started in our services with a valuation, and then they scale to project manager or CFO as a service, which means a higher ticket and recurring billing. What we do is a work plan with weekly milestones and intensive follow-up. This means 2 60-minute meetings per week to validate that they are progressing with our support. These which are for these 7,500 per month in US dollars, and this scheme, this service has led us to a revenue of $150,000 in the last 24 months. This might seem like a small, but being in Venezuela is like a great achievement to be able to build or generate that revenue. So Ramana, thanks for your time. I have been following your content. I know that you have interviewed a lot of people with service-based companies, and my questions to you and feedback and recommendations to productize our service and get more international clients. Thank you.
Why do you want to productize your service? It looks like you're making money from a consulting company. Why do you want to productize it?
I would like to productize it to be able to increase the staff with a standardized scheme of working to keep the quality of the service, but not to be me, the one, who provides the service all the time.
Building consulting companies means that you're going to have to create more processes than products, right?
Okay.
If you look at a consulting services company, it depends on what kind of products, what kind of service do you provide? What do you use? You're saying that you've made $150,000 in the last 24 months. Doing what?
Mainly what we do is to schedule to schedule a set of goals for early stage companies. That goal can be something so elemental, like let's incorporate the business, to hire the first salesperson, to open the bank account and start doing some back office work with the founder or the founding team to check where the money is going. It's really easy what we do, but what we provide to the founders and early stage founders is accountability to get the things done. And it's like it's pretty much like coaching, because it's like, I'm going to be with you, set a series of milestones and tasks, and I will come back in a few days to check that you are doing. If you are not doing, we're going to check why it's not happening and fix it. But that's mainly
And
what we
people
do.
pay you that much money for doing this?
Oh,
Startups
yes.
pay you that much money for doing this?
Yes.
Then my advice to you, Sandy, is to keep doing what you're doing, because I mean, really, seriously, in the markets that we operate in, people would not pay that kind of money for what you're saying you are doing and making money. So you must be doing something right, and you are finding a segment of customers who are willing to pay for that. So all I can say is keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, well, thanks. Thank you very much for the insights regarding the rest of the market, because it's something that I would need to validate with someone else. And great, thank you. I will keep following you through LinkedIn.
Sounds good. All the best.
Thank you.
Shrey Baldev, you're up next.
I'm audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So hello, thank you for giving the opportunity. So I'm building Moon Finance. So currently I'm a computer science and engineering student at VIT Valor in India. And when I joined my college as a fresher, I did an internship in the first year itself, and I earned a bit of stipend which I wanted to invest in the markets, right? That's when I came across an issue that a person like me who is in a non-financial background, who doesn't understand how investments or how finances work, it seems like a havoc. There is there are multiple indicators, there are multiple people in India selling out you products, or selling you mutual funds, selling you derivatives, and the terms doesn't make sense to me, right? That's when I again started to do research and research and research, and I found out that in India only about 4 to 5% of people are investing in the markets. Every month 2 million demat accounts are being opened, but still we have about 11 crore demats which are not being used. Now what is the primary reason of this 11 crore demat accounts not being used is there is deficit in investment advisory, right? Can I have the next slide, please? Yeah. So that's when I came across this issue that, okay, there is a lack of investment advisory in India, and the SEBI, the board which guides the whole investments in India, has given a statement that we might need 1 million investment advisors to satisfying the upgrowing need of investors. But only currently we have about 1,200 of them. So the gap between gap between an investor and an investment advisor is a much larger. That's when my tech mind came across that why don't we solve this, right? And we started making Moon Finance, an AI platform which works as your investment advisor. So what we do is we provide multi-asset portfolios to retail investors which satisfy their needs. So this is some data which I came across multiple mutual fund operators that about 50% of them don't know that whom to turn up for investments, right? 76% of them need more education in financial planning. So this data is always growing, and on the other side we have people rising up products, people selling up products. So the gap between both is much larger. Can I have the next slide, please? Can you shift this slide? Yeah. So what Moon Finance does is we bridge the gap between high volume of investors and low volume of investment advisors. So we have developed our own AI models, which are currently running at a rate of 89% accuracy. We provide multiple asset classes on a single platform. Let's say you are an advisor, you come on the platform. We do your risk analysis. We understand what type of investments do you need, and we provide a portfolio to you, which is diversified across equities, debt, and gold instruments together, which you can buy on the platform on a single click, and they get checked periodically, 6 monthly, yearly, and the rebalancing is also done automatically. So a retail investor like me, who is from a non-financial background or any other background, who doesn't want to do his or her investments, get a standardized investment advisory at a very cheaper rate to the masses. Can I have the next slide, please? So currently what we have understood is the market size was about 54 lakh crore, and these are the people who are investing in India as retail investors. So the market size is
What
pretty
what
much
is the
large
market
around.
size based on?
Yes.
What is this 54 lakh crore market size? That cannot be the
So
market size.
I can't hear you. What you said?
This cannot be the market size.
How can it not be?
How can this be the market size? 54 lakh crore is your market size.
Yeah,
How
yeah, yeah.
much are you planning to charge for your product that it's a 54 lakh crore market size?
So currently 54 lakh crore market is the amount of money which is pumped by retail investors, right? So this is the money which is,
That is not your market size.
okay, then how should I be
Your
think about
market
it?
size is the market for your product. How much money, if your entire market bought your product, what is the total available market for that? So there's a thing called bottom-up TAM analysis that you need to learn. I'm not going to teach you that here. You need to
Okay.
learn that offline. You can learn it from 1Mby1M through our curriculum, but you need to learn what bottom-up market analysis is.
Okay. Yeah.
So file that away. Do that later, but let's go through your presentation.
Yeah. So the customers which we are targeting right now are the people with no financial knowledge between age of 30 to 45, pretty generic, and living in tier 1 cities. And again, to put it up there, can I have the next slide, please? Yeah. So put it up there. This deck is pretty much old because we applied, about a month ago. So currently we have launched our beta version. This is before launch. Currently we are managing about 6 lakh rupees under our under observation in the 10 days of spend where we have launched. And also we have done a revenue about $1,000 currently, which comes out to 80,000 rupees. Yeah. So the revenue model, so the revenue model currently operates on three fundamental basics. We are going direct to consumer, charging them a fixed fee based on how much they are investing through us. It's a slab-based pricing. The second is API costing. Because we have trained our own AI models, we are providing the APIs to our AI to the traditional research firms, individual investment advisors, mutual fund operators, to make their investment research easier, earning a fee from them. The third is a corporate package where we are currently collaborating with two companies with about 400 employees each, to provide investment advisory as a service to their employees under the employee benefit package. So we both earn an amount from it, right? Yeah. Next
And
slide, please. Yeah.
is your AI working? What evidence do you have that your AI is working?
Yeah. So it's in the deck itself. It would be in a couple of slides ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just follow your presentation then.
Yeah. The competitive landscape currently, what I have researched is that wealth tech in India in general is growing. The competitors which we have are not more than 4 years old in general. It has been growing after 2020 COVID hit, when people realized they need to invest money in the markets. So we have about 4 competitors in the market, each of them on an average managing about 50 CR of AUM, where Jarvis is leading with 100 CR, where the updated statistics tells it's 200 CR. And we are somewhere competing them with the differentiator that we are providing a multi-asset portfolio. Plus, we have our own in-house technology, whereas these people are using external tech, relying on external technology to provide investment advisories. Yeah.
And these are Cash Advisory, Tavaga, Jarvis, Finance. These are Indian companies or international companies?
No, these are Indian companies.
Indian companies. So these are all focused on the Indian market.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have just gone through it. You can just skip this slide too. Yeah. So this is a small snap which I have put in the deck. I also have the graphs for how much we have got the returns on a simplified LSTM model, which this model is working currently at 89% accuracy, as I mentioned earlier. We also have back-tested data for our AI models, where we have from 2014 to 19, we have beat the Nifty 50 companies and also beat the top mutual funds. And also from 2020 to 2024, we have been going about at 2.5 alpha to the Nifty 50 and about 0.5 to 1.5 alpha to the top mutual funds in the Indian markets. So this is just an output, yeah.
So you are applying your algorithm on old data and seeing how that behaves. Is that what you're saying? How you're proving this?
Yeah. So we have made our AI models and then again we have back tested it, giving it data from 2014 and testing out that what are the returns, what returns we are getting and what were the actual returns which were there.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. You can just skip this slide. I will come across it. Yeah. So currently we are incubated at VIT Vellore because I'm a student at VIT Vellore, and we are also incubated at NRSAS IIM Bangalore. And apart from it, when we started out, I interviewed about 200 plus potential users, and these 200 people varied across regions in India, having no financial knowledge and investing in the markets for not more than 3 years, understanding that how are they doing their investments, and we got a positive response on which we have built this product. So this is our team. Currently, I am the CEO. I have a CTO, Somil, both met through college, and he has been chief AI developer for 2 startups at the age of 20, and now he's full-time CTO of my company. Yeah. We have our advisory board. So because we are a fintech company, we have 2 people on board who are hardcore finance people, being compliance officer at Motilal Oswal, our startup mentors. Every data point which we have made, every algorithm, every AI which we have made has been back tested, and the technology has also been verified through one of our mentors, Ashish Sahani, who has been a professor at IIT Roper and also was the incubation head of the IIT Roper's incubator. Yeah. Thank you.
So what brings you here? What are you looking for?
So currently, what we are looking for is our GTMs, basically because we launched our beta version 10 days ago on 6th of January. Uh, we need 2 things. The first is we need some money right now. The second is we need guidance on how should we enter the markets, because the markets are pretty much competitive in India, where financial product is sometimes a commodity product. There is very much competition right now. So how do we find our differentiator? Because to a newbie investor, it doesn't make sense whether it is a mutual fund or whether it is an investment advisory, right? So to put a financial product in very layman terms and serve it to people is what we are looking at.
Okay. All right. So hang on. Let me finish working with the others. I will explain to you how to use 1 million by 1 million for what you're looking for.
Yeah, sure.
Vishal, could you please unmute your line and tell us what you're working on?
Am I audible?
Yes.
So thank you very much, first of all, Shramana, for giving us this opportunity. My name is Vishal, and I come from Indore, India. And it's been like 15 years. I've been, working with Fortune 500 clients, uh, building softwares and, going after their mission critical digitization processes and all. And, been into Singapore and US for the last 4 5 years, and then now I came back here to solve India's problems. So being a developer, like I have seen a lot of problems building software solutions. And uh, now since the AI is coming in, so we all know that this existing software is going to go and uh, with integrated either or maybe replaced by the AI software solutions, and then it's going to integrate into humans life, and then it's going to change our life and the way we work. So I started working into AI and ML like last 4 5 years back, and then I tried building something. We've done some co-pilots, and then we've seen some failures. And then when I came back, this generative AI buzz was around. I made Ankur. Ankur is coming from the same native place, and we started building REN prompts. Uh, keeping a vision that we wanted to democratize this AI like UPI did in India. Way back, the internet was there. Internet banking was there, but it wasn't transforming the life of people. And then the moment UPI came in, it transformed the enterprises and the people, the way we do transactions. So we wanted to create that big impact with AI. Then we started building rent prompts to support the collaboration between human and AI, to deliver responsible, relevant, affordable, and easy solutions. Because if it's not affordable, it will not reach to the people. At the same time, if it's not easy and relevant, people will not use it. So keeping this vision in our mind, we started building rent prompts way back when in Jan, I landed. And can we go to the next slide? I think it's all about vision and mission. Uh, okay, so problem statement. So being an engineer, and since I'm a serial entrepreneur as well, you know it's my, I think, fifth startup. Two of the startups I've done the successful exits. So I have seen a lot of challenges being in enterprise or SMEs. I have been working with the large organizations, so I have seen the challenges building softwares. I have, as a consumer also, like I have seen the challenge of consuming uh, AI. Earlier we used to consume internet. Now people will be consuming AI. So right now, if you see, there's the deficiency of AI engineers. Every company is chasing after AI engineers, and at Fairfax, we took like 3 months to get two freshers AI engineers who got like hands-on on building agents. So we saw like this deficiency of AI engineers. So we wanted to build this community so that many people can solve problems at the same time for many enterprises and professionals and individuals. So we are trying to solve this problem. And then as an developer myself, and as an AI engineer, I have seen that in order to create something with AI, like I have to create images or I have to create videos for my clients, I have to go to the multiple places. I have to buy subscriptions. I have to basically manage subscription. I have to create stuff there, and then I have no collaboration as well. So this is another problem. Like there's no specific AI community which offers not only just the platform to connect and collab, but it offers the tools, automation tools also, that basically makes the collaboration and building AI solutions easy and fast. Um, we know that everything that models are generating, right, that requires high computation and energy, and this is a global issue as well. So we wanted to solve this problem as well by distributing this computation through our infrastructure, in making generations less computational, I would say. Um, if
So, can you stop for a moment? Let me try to clarify something. You call this a marketplace, right?
yeah.
AI use cases marketplace. What does that mean? Marketplaces have two sides. Who's who's on the seller side and who's on the buyer side?
So on the seller side, it can be professionals. Let's say as a content creator, I own the knowledge of creating images, and also I've written a prompt. I've optimized a prompt basically optimizing a prompt is a cost. Like if you try to create an image on ChatGPT or WhatsApp, uh, often something that you're imagining, you'll see a lot of errors in your generation because the prompt is not optimized. Basically, the prompt has to be clear cut. It should have everything that it requires so that model can understand. So that takes time. So whoever owns that domain knowledge and understand the art of
Yes,
crafting prompt.
yes. And
uh,
all the tools and everything, there are various tools for
yes,
each kinds of AI functions, whether it's creative, whether it's
yes.
writing, there are all kinds of tools, yes. So
Like,
each function has various tools, various kinds of optimization. So you want to create professionals who have that domain knowledge and you want to put them on one side. And on the other side, is it businesses hiring these professionals? Is it consumers hiring them? What's your vision?
it's actually we are trying to create an ecosystem basically, wherein we are not just building this marketplace for consumers, but it's for everyone. Like for example, as an enterprise, you wanted to do branding and marketing by building an agent that recommends something, and then ultimately promote your products or whatever you want to do. Or maybe as a customer service, you wanted to build something and then you wanted to offer it to your users. Or maybe you wanted to build here and then you wanted to integrate it to your your own system. So at one side it's a marketplace for consumers. The consumers can be anyone. So we have consumers right now who are enterprises, and they are tech enterprises. uh, we have consumers who are like engineers who are like who know how to code and stuff, and who they know how to write prompts and all. We have users who are content creators, so they are basically joining our workshops and all. They're learning about prompt engineering, and then they are showcasing their work. So we have an ecosystem where if an enterprise requires any collaboration, they can always give us a bounty for their challenges in our engineers or community of engineers, right? They can try to solve those problems. So
Okay.
that's the
So how
way.
many, what's the situation right now? Have you started this business? Is there a marketplace already functioning?
We've already started this business. It's been like 4 months. It's in the beta.
Okay.
If you want to check, I can give it a walk.
How many professionals do you have on the sell side? How many customers do you have on the buy side?
So we have like a community of engineers around like 2000 plus over Reddit and Discord and LinkedIn.
Okay.
On our platform, we have invited who already learned how to write prompts, because we want to reduce the cost in iteration. Uh, because if you write a optimized prompt, right, you need not to iterate over the generation over Chat GPT and all. That's what our value addition is. So we've onboarded so far like for around like 150 professionals, like hardcore prompt engineers, and you can say who can solve problems with data, who can solve problems with content, who can solve problems with any industry domain, basically. So in the seller side, if I talk about, so we've done our testing so far with like around like 15 to 20 clients, wherein we've generated content for them for their marketing purpose. We've generated content for products. Like one of the initiative was taken by Quantic is one of our client. They wanted to design the flashcards for neurodiverse kids, and that too in Indian feel and vibe. So
And these are all this that you're doing for the last 4 months. These are paid projects. There's actually
yes.
financial transactions happening, right?
Yes. So we as a consulting like hiring a platform, we've been serving Fairfax, and we've given them like 3 AI engineers so far to build their agents on large organization side. We build an underwriter assistant for them. For SMEs, we've collaborated with like around 10 to 15 clients, wherein we build we built applications for them, and they've been using those applications. Plus, we've generated content for them using our own applications, and we've delivered some tailored, agents as well.
So when you say we, this is not the marketplace
This is the
or
marketplace. When we say we,
marketplace.
it means the community. So what
The
we
community. Okay. So the marketplace, the participants of the marketplaces are buying and selling projects.
buying and selling projects, buying and selling assets, buying and selling prompts, uh,
Okay.
using the
Okay.
applications.
Got it.
Say, for example,
Got it. So you've now, whom do you consider as your top competitor?
whoever is there in the market of building AI solution, whoever there in the market of buying and selling prompts in AI applications.
Well, where have you evaluated what's happening on Upwork vis-a-vis AI?
Yes,
People,
yes.
there's a lot of digital services, right? Digital content services, asset services, and a lot of those people, those creators are also using AI, right?
Correct. We've evaluated not only just Upwork, we've seen the other platforms also. The challenge there is, um, you don't find a dedicated community of prompt engineers. So your turnaround time will be high. Like you'll end up getting more time hiring AI engineers or finding AI engineers. Um, Plus, it's not specific in AI domain, or they are not offering any collaboration among those engineers. Like you have to build basically your own team and then you have to collaborate. So moreover, Shamana, our platform is not just related to the gigs platform, it's the builder platform as well. Like we are offering enterprises and individuals and professionals to build fast and monetize. So as an individual also, like I can have so many ideas that I can come up, and on our platform people are like the engineers that we onboarded so far, they are coming up with solid idea that people are using it. So this is how we wanted to democratize, because we wanted to create this impact that everyone should start using AI. And if they wanted to start using AI, we are solving problems for them. Our engineers are solving prompts for them, and they are getting the ready-made, optimized things at affordable rates. Like they need not to pay for subscription for different stuff. So it's not just about the gigs platform, but it's about you know cracking on use cases that's for public, cracking on use cases for professionals, cracking on use cases for enterprises. uh, on the other side, SMEs, right, they cannot afford hiring teams, they cannot afford building, they don't have knowledge. There are two types of enterprises, right? Tech and non-tech. We're helping both of them, because building infrastructure first is hard and time taking and costly, plus then hiring teams and managing them and building solutions.
So, Vishal,
Yep.
the freelance platforms, not freelance only, but these Upwork, Fiverr, so on, are going to be your competitors because
In one of the segment, not everywhere. Like we have different segments, right? This one gig platform, there's one marketplace where you have access of all the AI applications. uh, we have an AI studio wherein you can create an AI application without writing code. You just write a prompt and then turn that into an AI application, and in one click you get it available for the public, and then you start making money. That's another thing. Then we are offering building agents, not only just building agent, but we are trying to solve the problem of optimization also, because that also takes time. Creating knowledge
okay,
base.
then never mind. I think I have a sense of what you're trying to do. Where do you need help? Tell me what do you need help
So
with?
far, like we validated each side of our revenue line, I would say. uh,
Yeah.
and we've seen the huge potential right now. Like if you just look at our case studies that we've done, like the real projects that we've done, we are saving huge cost in content generation. Like if you go for creating in 1,000 images, you ask for a third party content or creative agency, they'll throw you around like 50 to 60K, and the time will be like 3 to 4 weeks. We've done it in one day under $100. So it means there's a huge potential to
Mm-hmm.
to disrupt this market. This
Yeah,
whole
I think that is correct, and I think there is, there is um, there's a good deal of understanding and appreciation in the the startup world right now, including with investors, that, you know, in the past, services companies did not get funded.
Yeah.
And now there is understanding that services are becoming scalable because of AI.
Exactly.
So here what you're doing is you're creating a marketplace of services
Exactly.
that are also scalable. So this is
Exactly. Because
it's
hiring is
an
not
interesting
scalable.
hypothesis.
I've been working with IT, and I know the pain of TCS, Infosys, and Cognizant. Their margins are very less. That's why they are paying less, increments to their proposal, and people, feel bad about it. I know
Yeah,
because
but those guys, those are going to apply to Infosys, TCS are going to apply AI at very large scales.
yes, they
It's the
will.
only way they can
They
survive in
have to.
this.
Otherwise, they won't be surviving.
That's right. So that market is definitely going to be heavily AI
Yeah.
driven. The services market is going to be heavily AI driven. So yeah, okay. So tell me, where do you need help?
So we wanted to raise now our first investment funds. Like so far, we bootstrapped. Uh, myself and Ankur, we've invested so far, and now we want to scale. We have a plan for 5 years. We have a strategy. How we wanted to crack down on the target, market that we're seeing right now, and we wanted to build like 10 million users for the next 5 years, and like uh, the recyclable market. Uh, so we're looking for investors who can back us for the long run, because we'll be looking for a lot of infrastructural need like GPUs and all. Uh, so that's where like we'll be looking for someone who can back us for the long run.
Okay. Hold on, I will explain to you how to use 1 million by 1 million for this kind of help. Let me quickly work with Maryana and understand her situation. Then for all of you, I will explain how to use 1 million by 1 million.
Thank you so much.
Maryana, I'm going to switch back to your slides. So just give me a moment.
Thank you, Ruben.
It's very interesting what you're doing, Vishal.
Thank you, Shramana.
Okay, Mariana. Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
can you hear me?
we can hear you.
Ah,
Yep.
finally. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. First of all, I'm here also to gain some experience in pitching, and this is from one of my first two. So thank you for that. I created all of these projects last August and did some courses in psychology and leadership. And me myself also had some issues with mental health. So I did some research in the market and where the market is going, because I was always interested in psychology and also health. So I created this project and started to create a team. This is where, yes, this is where we also have now our company created with the proposal and vision for the individuals that are seeking for mental health support. And sometimes they don't even just have that awareness, and we live in such a speed society that stress, anxiety, and depression are really a big problem. And even though there's sometimes still stigma, and this is where we want to change it. We want to propose a solution which is real-time, trained and personalized from biometrical data with our large language models, for the individuals can have support as an AI companion 24/7. Accessible to everyone, everywhere, and to the minimum cost. You can pass to the next slide. And where we are targeting, we want to target in the future for all young individuals, parents, employees, also corporate employees, all the people that need health care on the mental issues. Also behavior consumers that are very tech approached and self-empowered to improve their mental health, because they have that awareness. At the beginning, we are focusing mostly for the young parents, and then we will focus a bit more on the young adults who experience stress and anxiety.
Maryana, is this a telehealth kind of service? Do you have actual psychologists who are working with people,
So-
or are you talking about some sort of an AI solution? What are we talking about?
It's an AI solution that will not replace psychologists, but we are working with one psychiatrist and also psychologist who are supporting us to provide the data and also recommendations. With kind of recommendation, we should train the AI models. So it should be like an AI companion, AI psychologist that should be there 24/7.
Are you a technologist?
I am IT project manager. And within the team, I have 2 machine learning engineers, 1 psychologist, and 1 data scientist.
I see. Okay, and do you have a beta product or something? Have you built something?
We have an MVP. We started very early last summer, and we started to gather first the data, understand what should be the requirements, who we will target, and what should be the right recommendations. So we started to train that, and we developed our first MVP with a chatbot as an AI companion. And what we are now developing, which we want to include, is the biometrical data. And also community features and
So hang on one second. This MVP that you've built that has some AI in it, what level of proof point do you have that it works in real world mental health counseling situations?
I don't understand the question.
Have you tested your AI model in this MVP
Yes.
on real situations, and what are you seeing? Are you seeing effective communication?
We didn't test it yet on the real users. We tested between us on the communication, how the chat model works. We put a question and it responds with another specific question and then creates a conversation, and from that conversation it's personal, the training is personalized, and provide the right what I actually need on that moment.
So, in general, with AI companies, does the AI work is one of the biggest questions, because making AI work on specific domain-specific problems is a non-trivial technical challenge. So, first and foremost, you're going to have to address that. Do you have a strategy for doing that?
Yes. So to address that, these are actual the validation opportunities that we want to work. We already started the laboratory testing opportunities and also partnerships here in Portugal, and the volunteer user groups that we already have. We have 100 user groups, users in a group, which we will test, gather their data, and test our model.
Okay. All right,
Yes.
so let's go to your questions. I have a hard time reading it. It's very small. Guidance on scaling user acquisition and engagement.
Yeah, so we're very in the beginning, so would be really regarding the guidance, how to scale this user acquisition, your point of view on the market we are fitting, the validation, and then of course insights for potential partnership, collaboration, and the effectiveness you see on the market strategy.
I think I would look for ways to gain credibility. Mental health is very much a trust-based field. When you go to somebody to seek help for mental health, it's essential that you establish trust with that person. So in the AI situation, you're going to have to create an engagement model that establishes trust. Now, once you have a bit of a brand established, the brand can play the role of that trust bridging, entity. But to establish the brand, we may need to go to some mental health professionals who can give you that validation and can act as that trusted agent. So I think I'm going to have to work on this to come up with how to establish that. But I would like to, my advice would be to create a strategy such that we can involve some mental health professionals who use your technology somehow to deliver solutions, so that the model can be tested, and two, the model can be validated and trust can be built. So okay, all right, I understand what you're looking for. I understand what you're doing. Now I'm going to go to, I'll take more questions from all of you in a bit, but I'm going to spend a few minutes explaining to you how to use 1 million by 1 million, and then you can ask me more questions. We will have time for more questions. Let me go to, okay, here we go. So 1 million by 1 million is completely virtual. So you can, all of you from wherever you are, can join 1Mby1M. Can go to 1Mby1M.com and find everything that we offered there. So for almost all of you, you're looking for either interactive, iterative advice, and or you're looking for funding. So for that, you're going to need to join 1 million by 1 million Premium, which is our full acceleration program, where we offer strategy consulting like this kind of format. This is exactly the format, but you can, here in the free program, you can just come and talk to me once for free. But in the premium program, you can come every week. You can iterate with me as much as you need to. And part of this process of building a fundable investor pitch, especially if you're going out to raise money, is an iterative process. You're going to have to, like, at one of you, I can't remember whom I said that to, you need to learn how to do bottom-up TAM analysis. Well, we'll teach you in the program. We can teach you how to do bottom-up TAM analysis. Our curriculum covers bottom-up TAM analysis in depth. You're going to need to do that. You're going to go through that module, apply it, create your bottom-up TAM, and then come and iterate with me so that we can, fine-tune that model, and you can create something that investors are going to buy into, that's going to be defensible and so on. Because, investors are trying to go from $0 to $100 million in 5 to 7 years. That is the trajectory of a venture-funded company. So if you want to play the venture capital investment game, you're going to have to show and defend credibly that you can build a business that will grow at that kind of pace, 0 to 100 million in 5 to 7 years. So that involves a lot of consultative work that I will do with you in the premium program through this kind of a WebEx platform, and we'll just, meet every week over this platform and keep working on your business. At some point, you're going to have all the pieces that we need, and the pitch will come together, other collaterals will come together, and then we will go to investors with that. That's how we work in 1 million by 1 million Premium. And from what I gather, all 5 of you are going to have, if you want to work with me, if you want to work with 1 million by 1 million, that would be your path. The only one I would say that doesn't fit that is actually not all 5 of you. Bashir, I think your product is not in our sweet spot. I don't have investors.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, our investors are all in the tech, high-tech enabled services, IT enabled services. So curriculum and roundtables is how we do all this iterative work, and then when you're ready, I will introduce you to investors. And I can, it will take me half an hour to introduce you to 30 investors. So investors introductions, once you're ready, is not the complicated part of it. The complicated part of it is to do the build up work so that you are ready to go talk to investors, and you won't get rejected by 30 investors when I send you to 30 investors. Now, some of you who are listening, not everybody is on the panel, and I don't know for all of you who are in the room, what exactly your situation is. Some of you are, I know some of you are bootstrapping a startup with a paycheck, right? You're keeping your day jobs, and you're, starting to think about how to go about putting in one foot before the other and building your startups. For you, going to 1M basic and studying curriculum would also work as a starting point. You will not get the interactive mentoring, but you can get started, you can start learning, you can learn methodology, and then when you're ready, you can come to premium, that's fine too. So go to the website, you'll find lots of the details on the premium and basic programs. Some of you have approached us about one-on-one consulting. It's also available, one-on-one consulting is available. It's just more expensive. If you're very worried about privacy and you want to do one-on-one consulting, that's fine. It's available, but it is, it's 1 million by 1 million premium is $1,000 a year for unlimited usage. One-on-one consulting is $1,000 per hour. So it's up to you. Whatever way you want to work, it's fine. You choose, you figure out what is the right engagement model for you, what fits you, what suits you. In terms of free roundtables, we have 2 more in January and then 4 in February. And basically, we are, on, now that the holidays are over, we have roundtables every week. So if you haven't, for those of you who haven't pitched yet, by all means, sign up. Maureen will schedule you and come talk to me. If you have questions about the program after we adjourn this session, your contact is Irina Patterson. Irina at 1Mby1M.com is her email. She will be happy to get on the phone, WhatsApp, Skype, whatever you want with you, and answer your questions. And at the moment, we have more time in which I can answer your questions as well. So feel free to ask more questions. If you want to talk, if you're in the room and not on the panel, and if you want to talk, Maureen can put you on the panel. I see Ayush Saxena wanting to ask questions. So what happened? Ayush disappeared? I saw Ayush's hand up. He wanted to talk. There you go. Ayush, you can go ahead and unmute your line and ask questions.
Shrimana, I'm Ayush Saxena, a recent high school graduated from
Okay, where
India.
are you? Where?
I'm from India,
Where in India?
in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a province. And I think I'm the youngest voice to pitch in here. But
Yes.
I'm also the founder of Cospedem, a research project in astronomy. I have an interdisciplinary interest, which includes the astronomy and the computer science. So in astronomy, let me introduce myself for the few 2 minutes, because I don't have to pitch in my company here. So I have done a research in LIGO, as well as have led the data science multi-generational scientist team, and also have worked with MIT alumni and Truman Scholar Malhar Agrawal for his company Flowtrials as the product developer and now head of the business department. So my question is that I am going to pitch a VC this week on 24th of January. I don't sure this week. Um, so how should I manage the equity things? Because I know the execution, because also there was one more project, which is the International Blind Astronomy Olympiad I have hosted. I'm hosting currently, which is for blind students, and they are we are teaching them the astronomy with sound and stars. So Microsoft and NASA have collaborated with us. Sakib Sheikh was also our prominent mentor. But I am currently very nervous because I'm just an 18-year-old and going to pitch in a VC. She wants to talk to me like from India. She's a Indian uh, investor. So what advices you give to me? Like,
Ayush, I don't like people who are not prepared going and talking to investors
um,
because almost guaranteed you're going to get rejected. If you're looking to raise money, you will get rejected because I can tell that you're not prepared to talk to VCs. So I would prefer that you learn, get your ducks lined up, and then talk to VCs.
okay, so like she wants to talk to me. So what should I do now? Because I have the experience.
Why does she want to talk to you?
Because I have my another company and I'm also starting the company for AI agents.
Yeah, but starting a company for AI agents is not the time to talk to VCs. VCs don't invest in concepts.
Okay.
You're going to have to build, there's a lot of work that goes into developing a fundable venture. Before a VC will write a check, there's an enormous amount of work that goes in. And there's a lot of methodology that is already available that you're going to need to learn. We teach that. We have a curriculum that you can do. And, if you can commit a chunk of studying time, you can just sign up for 1M1M Basic and really cram through that curriculum as quickly as possible. But this is not going to happen in 2 days. I don't think you can learn enough in 2 days. There's only so much time in the day, right? But it's
but
too early to talk to VCs.
okay, so like I'm going to pitch and like I'm also saying that you are okay, so I'm not prepared right now.
You're not prepared to talk to VCs right now.
But I do have the execution experience plus research I have done.
Yeah, but
Will
you
that
don't
work?
know what you're doing. You really don't. I mean, I can tell that you don't know what you're doing, and that is not a situation in which you should be talking to investors.
Okay.
So if you want to learn how to talk to investors and how to refine and get to a point where you are ready to talk to investors, I can teach you that. You have to join the 1M1M program and use our curriculum to learn. And if you join premium, you come and work with me and I will prepare you. But I can't do that in 2 days.
Okay. I will definitely use the program because I'm very early in this career.
Yeah, and you're young. So you better do your homework and then go talk to investors. Don't talk to investors right now.
Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Questions? Anybody else wants to speak? Comments? Those ones who have already spoken, if you have further comments, questions, you're welcome to ask. Maryana, I think you asked a question. Will you send this presentation? There is a recording of this presentation that will go up on the YouTube channel shortly. So you will be able to play the recording and pick up whatever nuances you're looking for. Anybody else? Questions? No? Okay, well, it's late. It's almost 11 o'clock here in India. I'm in Calcutta right now, by the way. So we're going to adjourn and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming today.
Bye, everyone.